Hello and welcome back to Big Bastard Bonds. In the last episode we had a little bit of a glitch with Nazar and we saw his bonding scene play out for the second time. I've done a few little art assets to demonstrate how I think that this happened after talking with Captain Jabber. Essentially, you've got like a relationship meter, and if it goes past like the ideal moment where you should bond with them, then it becomes stale. Giving people massages in Marshaven is a good way to reset them from stale back to ready to bond. And if you want, you can exploit that by getting them to hate you, and you'll probably know how to do that, and then giving them a massage that kind of gets them out of their hating you situation. It's effectively the same as using a love potion, so it kind of resets them. So if you've got someone bonded, don't give them a massage, don't give them a love potion, because then you'll have to sit through the scene again and you'll get, like, all the more items in your inventory, cluttering it all up. So that means, technically, if we look on our party screen, I think it might still say that they are bonded, but I'm not too sure. Who did we bring? No! It unbonded them. Borgnina is now unbonded. As is Peregrine. So we're gonna have to, not sit through their bonding scenes, because we've already seen them. The reason we sat through it last time was because I thought it was, I don't know, I thought that it would be, maybe there'd be something a little extra to it, but there was not. So we're just gonna have to get this out of the way. It's kind of a shame that that's, that happened, but it's not a big deal. So let's just, we'll start off with Borgnina. We'll open up the items. You see, this is a bit of a problem. You see, all of these Zayas Humas, I did mention that I don't think that they'd sell. And Jabber was like, yeah, probably not a good idea to put all those in, collect all those. He did mention a funny story. It used to be that there was only, like, a couple of Zayas Humas, and if you didn't pick it up, then you're essentially fucked. Because you gotta go to Great Britain at some point, fucked up island. You gotta go there. And, people would burst all of the, like, cysts, and leave Zayas Huma all over the ground, and then forget to pick one up. And then they're like, oh, I need one now. Well, I guess I'll go back to the map, but they can't, so there was no way to get Zayas Huma and therefore complete the game. So we had to put a merchant in Marshaven, and I completely missed that merchant. I did not see him. Oh well. So I'm gonna have to just skip this out of the video, because this is gonna just be me dropping this shit on the floor. Alright, so that's us completely cleared of Zayas Huma and stuff like that. I've already bonded Borgnina, so we're just gonna leave and, we're gonna bond Peregrine again real quick. I've also picked up a bunch of torches, put some in the porter inventory just in case, for later. Because we're gonna have to take a break from all of this Marshaven, stuff to actually go away and do some maps at some stage. Now, I'm unsure, like, on my list, I've got, after you go to the military facility, then you can go to the Earthburn Inn and take anybody that you want with you. So I'm not sure if we should go there first or to Marshaven straight away. We'll go to Earthburn Inn real quick, and if that's not the way to go, then that's not the way to go, but I'm gonna just check it out anyway. I have a feeling that essentially what I've done is, people have been telling me all sorts of different stuff, and I've written everything down, but it's just kind of... Oh no, we do come here, I think. An old inn. Could be a decent place to camp. I think they've got any double beds here. It's sweet that the two of you are finding some joy in all this mess, but really, now is not the time. Surely you can carouse in private after our work here is done. Apologies, ma'am. Don't mean to upset you, of course. Borgnina sighs loudly. No, it's fine. I'm being a prude. Old habits die hard, it seems. Take such joy as you can find. You know, my very favorite part of a sandwich is in the bottom. I love how it soaks up the juice from the meat and catches all the gooey cheese. The bottom bun makes sure that none of the sandwich goes to waste. Sure, it gets flattened and abused, but the bottom part of the sandwich is most certainly the happiest part. I'm not well today. I don't need a laugh game. Jesus. Boss, I'm so hungry right now, and it's Barbarian Adonis' fault. Barbarian Adonis? Damn. What do you think? Sure. I like my sandwiches with tons of pickles in them. Crammed in from every angle. More pickles than is reasonable, honestly. Borgnina must be having a fucking nightmare. Oh my god. I want so many pickles in my sandwich, Peregrine. Do you know where I can find some? Do I ever? I know a guy. I'll introduce you later. Holy fucking shit. I don't know if there's anything else to this, or whether it's just like, it's just a fun little conversation. Oh, there's also a fight. Okay. Whatever the fuck this is. Maybe I'll make a separate save and I'll just, go about recording everyone's, little reactions to that shit. That was pretty funny. That caught me off guard. And now I actually feel worse. Like, I woke up on just the wrong side of the bed today. Like, my everything hurt. Oof. Just everything was just screaming at me. It was fucking terrible. And then this. Whoops. It doesn't matter, Borgnina's got it. We've got a dry pretzel for our troubles, but also a white truffle. It's, I don't know why I'm like, oh yeah, that'll be good to sell. That'll be good to sell. We'll just add it to the burning pile of money. Oh well. Swap back to Meteoric and finish this shit. Yeah, I think I will. I'll save it to, like, slot 2. Or something like that. I don't think that we're gonna get any kind of, intimate scenes here. Much to Borgnina's relief, so let's head out, shall we? So I think the whole trigger of this scene is just Nazar and, you, if you've had that little scene from the last episode. Everybody else is just kind of, I'm not sure if that's different the way it's bonded. Like, if Borgnina isn't bonded, does she just basically have a hissy fit at you, etc.? I don't know. Let's leave the area, I'll save it in a separate slot, and, who knows, maybe I can, like, spend some effort just tacking a lot of other scenes onto the end of the video. That'll be a fun little thing to do. I know that there's a lot of scenes that I've, like, missed early on, like, going to the brothel and getting everyone's reactions, etc. I thought it was funny that Grieve was, I think it was Grieve. Was it Grieve or Greening? I think Grieve, when he went to the Pump House Brewery, he was very naive about what it could potentially be. But then he realizes and he's like, oh shit. So, we're never gonna get that Lester Rankin labor if we don't work on it, so let's just work on it. Then we can focus on our other things. I think I've, kind of fucked her up a bit by putting points into fight, etc. Now that I know how all of the roles work now, they work similar to, say, like a Dragon Age, where, like, you know, chances are you're still probably gonna hit, but your fight, like, almost needs to be, like, exceeding, is it double? In order to do, like, the highest amount of damage, and if it doesn't exceed even half, you're doing the bare minimum. Things like that. So now we can finally go to Marshaven, and, get what we wanted from there. Now, I think we only needed to bring Borgnina and Peregrine along, just for, like, the banter and the Earthbone Inn. So we can go back to bringing whoever we want now. I think that we will bring along Nazar, because I think this is kind of the whole idea. Bring Rosalind, and we'll bring... do we bring Shapiro, or do we bring Borfalga? Let's roll dice! Odds is Shapiro. It's odds! Okay, Shapiro comes along. You see, it's handy having a dice on your table. You can just make sovereign decisions without any effort. Okay, let's go to Marshaven. Where is Marshaven? Do I even remember where Marshaven is? It's there. It's all the way over there. We could easily make a shortcut from these places, but we'll leave that for another day. We've spent enough time getting to Marshaven that we want to get it out of the way and done with. It's been an easy day. And when you arrive in town, you tell the rest of your party to relax. For the last little while, you've been browsing the modest marketplace on your own. You've had a mind to find a gift for Nazar, but nothing they have for sale has caught your eye, and you've nearly given up on the idea. You there! Me? Yes, you. The one draped in gold. Come here. That's true. I am kind of, maybe we should do that, man. Maybe we should make Kardag like a golden suit of armor. we should make him like a golden suit of armor just because we have so much money. You're not wrong there about me being draped in gold. I think you must have me confused for someone else. Fucking modest bastard. Oh, no, no, no. I just had a fucking small pocket money exchange of 50 million. When I was younger. No, I see the firelight, the furs, and golden skin glistening with sweat from your body. I see a sword that cuts down your foes. I see red eyes in the dark that cut through your flesh with greater ease still. I don't think you... I see a choice that welds a golden chain around you forever. The first link of that chain is forged here. Go to the healer and ask him of the Bogani stone. This sets the flood in motion. Why are you telling me all of this? One day, this whole island may swing from that golden chain. Best weld the seams tightly. And keep Andrew Ryan away from it. The healer is in the house near the west exit. Go to him. I'm sorry, I don't have any potions for sale right now. You should go to the market if you need something. There's a lovely woman who... I'm not here for that. I wanted to know about the Bogani stone. A Bogani stone? They are rare and precious, and at once everywhere and worthless. I doubt you have use for such thing. The Bogani were an ancient orc people, and their stones were part of a brutal courtship ritual. You've no interest in that, surely. A brutal courtship ritual. So that's what you meant. As it happens, I have a great deal of personal interest in orcish courtship right now. You've an orc woman you love dearly, then? An orc man? Most orc men would kneel at a simple asking. He must be magnificent indeed for you to want to call him so. I was just gonna be like, I was just gonna say, like, I expected his reaction to be like, well, duh. Like, they're everywhere. He is magnificent. Please, tell me about the ritual. Bogani stone is really just a Bezoar? What's a Bezoar? Let me look this up. A Bezoar is a solid mass of indigestible material that accumulates in your digestive tract, sometimes causing a blockage. Bezoars usually form in the stomach, sometimes in the small intestine, or rarely the large intestine. They can occur in children and adults. Bezoars occur most often in people with certain risk factors. You're at a higher risk if you have had gastric surgery that results in delayed stomach emptying, have decreased stomach size or reduced stomach acid production, have diabetes or end-stage kidney disease, receive breathing help with mechanical ventilation. Is this... The hopeful orc imbibes a seed concoction to begin the process, and then the stone grows in his gut. Oh, Jesus, okay. It's a long, agonizing process, but it is meant to be. He holds the stone within his gut for as long as he can possibly tolerate it, and then it's cut out of his body and polished as a gem. He presents this product of his own flesh and his own suffering to his beloved, usually in a bid for marriage. It's considered a profound honor to receive such a gift, and it's a profound shame to have such a gift refused. You get the sense that he knows this from personal experience, but before you can ask, he speaks again. So, still interested in getting one of these stones? You know what, I'm glad we saved it into a separate slot. It sounds like getting one of these stones is gonna be a bad time. I want one. I'd put my life on the line for his. I can tolerate it. The old healer grins, his chopped tusks cutting through his gnarled beard. Oh shit, I forgot to start my timer. God damn it. Then you've just made my day a lot more interesting. I guess it was what I was looking up. Sit there on the bed, this won't take long. Good God. I'm going to shit out a motherfucking jewel for you. The old healer grinds powders and pastes together and eventually presents you with a potion that smells like it was brewed in the armpit of an ogre. My God, man! This is worse than Zaius! Well, bottoms up. The potion also tastes like it was brewed in the armpit of an ogre. It takes a moment for you to stop gagging. You'll be feeling very bad very soon. Tolerate it as long as you possibly can, and then return to me. I know just the place in the gut where the stone will grow, and I'll be able to get it out with minimal damage to you and the stone. So it's cut out. Okay. Right. You know, I briefly skim-read something about it being cut out in the little article that I looked up. Good God. Any other healer might destroy the stone in the process, and after all your suffering, you'll be wanting to keep it. Well, before the misery sets in, let me say thanks. I might be cursing your name later. Curse away, I'll be waiting. And I'll keep my scalpel sharp and oiled. You should go. Enjoy walking around while you can still do it without pain. Cap. Captain. Capitan. Why do you do this to me? I mean, I thought it was... I thought it was a lot when we have to, like, put fucking, like semen eggs up our ass in one of your fucking games, and then we're bursting cysts, and then we're going through, like, agonizing torture for, like, a fucking week. Just so that we can propose to someone who's probably gonna be like, you're fucked up, man. You're mental. Nazar's gonna drop me after this. Jesus Christ. Your party spent the night in town, and your evening in particular was most uncomfortable. There's already a pressure in the pit of your gut that was not there yesterday. It is, however, too late for second thoughts. You adjust your posture and grit your teeth. You are in a great deal of pain. Jesus. Jesus H. Okay, so I want to find that one merchant. We don't need to buy his thing, but it's more that I just missed him. He's supposed to be... he's hidden. He's right here. I thought that he was indoors the first time I saw him. I've got the blood of an underground beast, bottled and preserved. An alchemist can use it to make a youth potion, or you could brew it into a beer that'll let you screw for days without stopping. Just 15,000 gold pieces and it's all yours. You'll change your mind sooner or later. Your curiosity will get the better of you. I'll be waiting. He just sells you his ice humor, and we picked up like fucking 50, so it really does not matter. Alright, so from here on in, I think the timer that I've been blabbing on about for so many episodes has finally started. So, let's go around the place and let's see if we can't, like, pass some time, shall we? We're gonna change the party. We're gonna go back to our original, 3 that need bonding, so Nazar will leave the group. And Bafalga will join. I've actually been told where to go for the, I think? No. Where was it that I was supposed to go now? I think I've completely forgotten. I think it was the Maya? Because I was told, you know, I don't want you to be carrying torches around all this time. Was it this place? I'm really not sure where it was, because we've been to the Seaside Congregation. It's, I think it's the Maya? Let's go to the Maya, and let's just have a little bit of fun, shall we? It doesn't matter if we are wrong. So I think that we just, I'm not sure that this is gonna, like, happen, like, midway through the map or anything. I believe it's merely you start off with less health. I believe that's just a certain percentage of health. I took 54 damage, was that? Yeah, that's just 10% of my health. The darkness keeps her hidden, the darkness keeps her safe. This sounds like I'd be needing a torch here, yes. So, let's have a look at what we've got. We've got 3, where are they? I wasted my goddamn turn. Oh well. So Bafalga doesn't have stealthy, but Rosalind does. So the tank is, the tank's been spotted. But not her. Alright, If we move over here, we can get a free hit in. So now, that one's hobbled endlessly. Let's go over and finish him off, shall we? Good enough for me. Oh, we really do need to get Whisper Walk on Shapiro. I mean, we probably won't be able to. It's not like anybody's going to be alive before he can even get a spell off, I don't think. Where's the other one? It's the right... Oh no, it's Sagan. And they're over here in the corner. But we've both fumbled. It's fine. Has Kardak been poisoned? If he has, I wasn't paying too much attention. Damn it. So let's get the tank in position. That'll do nicely. How much gold was that? I didn't see. I thought it was like 300 and something. That would have been wild. I think it's because the scrolling battle text, like, a lot of it just happens, like, all at once, and you kind of don't, you don't always, see it as well as you think you should. Let's equip the Halex. And aim right in the center of them. And that's the fight. That is the fight. Now, Rosalind's lost her, there it is. Duelist, give it back to her. Nobody else has been disarmed, so let's pick up another torch. At least I assume that this is the map that we need torches on, because it has the whole shadow riddle. By the way, thank you for letting me know eventually what map it was that we needed to go to. You know who you are. So Kardak's taken some hit points damage, so we'll get him to eat. So has Rosalind. There's food on the floor, she can eat quiche. I'm sure she's a disgusting quiche eater. And again, I've been wondering, like, maybe I should save up money. I should save up money and, actually buy, like a really good quality quiche Lorraine or something like that. Maybe I'll change my mind, because the one I had was just kind of meh. And if you're not savvy to why I'm just suddenly talking about quiche, I had a long-standing rivalry with the very idea of quiche, because I thought that quiche was disgusting. I still think that some quiche is disgusting. Like, depends on what it's made of, you know, depends what's in it, I guess. But, it was a source of amusement for a lot of people, watching this, was just me, like, just skitzing out whenever I, saw a quiche just lying around on the floor. That's one down. Let's see just how far that we can push this combat round. Shall we? Luck of the Devil kicked in. There we go, Daredevil bonus. And she's in position, and she's defending. Isn't that... That's amazing. Luck of the fucking Devil. I wish it were easier to get to. Critical of 930. It's not quite a Brian Butterfield crit, but hey. Well, I call them daddy crits. You can't call Brian Butterfield daddy, alright? You just cannot. Anyone get disarmed? No? Okay. We'll eat a bland mushroom. That's a point. I wonder what eating anything is gonna be like now that this thing's just, like, going through my gut. Oh, fuck, I went the wrong way. It doesn't matter, we've got infinite movement. And 0 risk. And then it begins. Okay. Can we... Yeah, we can reach this one. And I think it's gonna end up going for, it's gonna end up going for her anyway. We'll get in the middle of these two. Swap to Frenzy.
999!
There we go! Nice. And can we reach this guy from here? We can swap around to Solaris for this. And there we go, that's the fight. But it must be absolute agony for him. Is he? Ah, you know what? He's taking damage at the end of every combat round. That could be dangerous. We're gonna have to keep an eye on ourselves. May as well carry around a bunch more sandwiches. Yeah, good idea. So this is bigger than I anticipated. Where do we use the torches? It actually looks quite bright, but then again, we've got the golden mask, etc. Maybe I should swap around, actually. Give the floral oil back to Kardag. Yeah, I gave him the golden mask just to improve the lighting on like one particular map, I think. I am aware that I have forgotten about a chest in the top left of the map, so I'll be going back there shortly. If I go here with Rosalind, then hopefully Kardak will be able to move into position and frenzy the shit out of him. Frenzy the shit out of this one because he's now been afflicted by pain. I think. Yeah, Synapse does have Pain Strike, and now he's fumbled, so if Kardak gets another turn, then that's great. But we're going to swap to Halex and see what we can do. Camaraderie kicked in though, that's a plus. Sorry about that, I had to take a sip of coffee. Oh, I need to save torches, do I? Is this like the fucking... Is this like the fucking Zaius humor? Is this what you do? Are you... you know who you are. Are you trying to get me to carry like 50 torches? With which I can do like nothing. So these guys are completely unaware. I'm gonna go for the guy who is aware, because he's actually part of this round. Now they'll all be part of next round. By that time, this guy should be dead. Bonk! Or I can miss any, you know, I've said it before, anytime you want us to miss, we can do, baby. Let's see if I can, you know what, I might just energize someone. You know, it's a good thing, now that I'm suffering from all this pain, to have healers in the party. Let's see if we can't get some last-minute debuffs in. Can I? There we go. That was risky. That was really risky. Ah, damn it. Now, every time she takes damage, her risk gets reset. But it's not in the fight this round, so that's kind of a moot point. Can she do it? Come on, girl. Yes, you can. Nice one. You see, I told you, Rosalind's excellent. She's absolutely amazing, and she's, I don't know, I always just saw her as kind of a dancer. And that's, you know what? I'm just gonna say it. I kind of, think it's sad that the whole kind of acrobat thing is so undervalued in so many RPGs. I remember when I first played Oblivion, and I hate Oblivion. I've got a long-standing, like, kind of hatred for Oblivion. Like, even when I was, like, a young, impressionable kid, I despised Oblivion, because I played it for, like, 500 hours, and I was just like, this is, like, cankers. This is crap. Played Morrowind, and I was like, you know what, there's some actual depth to this, and, even though it's, like, sticky and it hardly works, and I need to install mods to get it to work... Shit, I did check that. Never mind, my bad. But Oblivion, like, I remember the very first thing I did was when you enter that shitty character creator, and, you go through the dungeon, and it asks you what class you want to be. I was like, what do you mean an acrobat? I can be an acrobat? And, like, I think it's crazy to me now. It's absolutely ridiculous to me that Oblivion would be one of the last games. Do I have to go all the way round? Am I stuck here? Oh, good God. Right. If I can't get over there, then... it's all on you, Shapiro. Please let me be able to... Yes! Take him out. Let's see, can we not go to the north here? But it's ridiculous to me that Oblivion would be one of the last games that, like, had an influence on, like, your characters, like, athletics, acrobatics, and everything like that, like your jump height and stuff like this. Oblivion at least gave you some, like, dodge rolls that were fucking terrible. But at least it gave them to you. Like, I thought that Oblivion was, like, a crap game that just had, like, no fucking polish or substance to it. And this was me, like, as a kid when it came out. And at least gave you the option. It at least let you do that kind of thing. But it was still like, I wanted it to be so much more. Like, I've been playing Deus Ex The Revision lately, and if you play Deus Ex The Revision, it's a free mod on Steam, and you need to download and install Deus Ex Game of the Year Edition. It has like 4 options: Vanilla, Revision, Shifter, and Biomod, and Biomod I think is by far the greatest. And one of the things that it does do, it also lets you... Well, lets you... It changes one of the skills, because swimming was fairly useless in Deus Ex. Like, everybody said you can go without it, and you can go without it for the entire game. It's just not great. Oh, bye guys.
Hey, did you see Rob just die right now? He dies all the time.
But they changed swimming to athletics, and athletics, what it'll do is it'll increase your jump height, run speed, decrease your fall damage slightly, and it'll also let you, like, mantle up things at a certain level. So it gives you something extra for investing in it. And it's just... I love it when people do that. People give you, like, extra mobility. Like, playing Skyrim, I always think, like, if you're gonna, like, go and play Khajiit... for fuck's sake, Shapiro. If you're gonna go and play Khajiit, you should be able to, like, have, like, an extra jump height, extra speed, or something, right? You should be, like, a little bit more mobile and agile, just as you would be if you were, like, a wood elf or something, I think. And, what did he give me? Give me a stud brief. We'll be taking that. And, yeah, it always annoyed me that those games, well, Skyrim in particular, never really did. I wasn't really paying attention to what was going on there. I don't know what happened. So let's check this chest. But yeah, my point is, I like acrobatics in video games. I like... Oh, for fuck's sake. There's a satchel on this island and I can't get to it without Cheb. God damn it. I think Cheb's the only one with telekinesis. Maybe Vanken has telekinesis, but Vanken's max level, so he's not in the party. Shit. Maybe Shapiro could get that, but I think the idea with Shapiro is full-on blast. 10,000 blast. But, I don't know. I don't know. I have a feeling that it might not be too difficult to get him up to telekinetic. But we'll see. Don't really want to waste my points and regret my choices. So we've got even more Sahagin in here. And all the bad memories of just realizing that Oblivion wasn't this, like, great complex PC RPG. And it was going to be, like, my first one. I was like, wow, looking at the manual and how it describes itself, this seems like it's going to be an amazing experience. And it was not. It was not. I just couldn't get over how, like, limited it was. But you know what? Sign of the times, it was probably trying to be a little bit too ahead of its time. Skyrim was fine. And when you learn later on that it was one guy doing all of the dungeons, similar to this game actually, there's one guy doing all of the dungeons, like pretty much by himself, or it was like a team of 2 at most. That is frightening. You know, to think that there's going to be just like one guy doing every single little thing. It's no wonder that the dungeons were repetitive. The guy was, oh. I remember the glimmer of hope that appeared when I saw, like, the screenshots of, there were, like, 2 screenshots running around in Skyrim of, like, a Khajiit and an orc in, like, a wood or something. You can use your torch to light it. Ah, that's why we bought torches. Okay, cool. I guess we didn't need, to buy all that many. But, I remember them saying that, like, oh, in Oblivion we had, like, one guy doing all of this, and now we have, like, fucking 10? Or something similar to that effect. Oh. Oh, shit. Well, time to tank a fucking Hydra, lady. Good. Good. Yeah, we're fine. You know, I'm hoping that for, like, something like Bastard Bonds 2, things like AoE effects come into it, because, they often make fights like this, a lot more interesting, and reliant on, like, positioning and tactics, etc. But then, we have AoE attacks. We have AoE spells. I'm not sure exactly how many, like, bosses do. I don't remember how many, like, bosses have them, but I know that, like, there are some, like, spellcasters in the game that have them. So we did all that, and we got a Maleficar plate for that, which is great. It's one of the best, or rather, it is potentially the best armor in the game. If you have some kind of, like, regeneration on you, it's absolutely fantastic. I've realized that, Kardak being a buggerer, his trait is impassioned, right? And we were thinking that that was, like, kind of a bit weak, because every round he'd regain, like, 1 hit point. Now that he's got 500 hit points, it seems to be, like, for every 100 hit points that you have, it regenerates another hit point per round. So, even without the floral oil, he's overcoming the wasting of 5 every round. That's great. So we got, one of the best armors in the game. Again, potentially the best. It's a plate mail without unlucky, so that's always going to be very well valued. Hey, we sold the rust remover! That's fantastic. And where are we with Borthalga? Doubles the physical bonus of your equipped weapon. I'm not even sure that we do need that if he's gonna... Well, then again, we do have Sever as like a backup, don't we? We did want to make him a fighter. We did. So let's do that. We've now got the 4th pip and the 5th pip, respectively, in Fight and Hunt. So he's going to do a hell of a lot more crit damage to, well, enemies in general, but he's also going to do a lot more damage to enemies that are low on health. So he's a guaranteed kill round about that stage of the fight. And Wielder just doubles the physical bonus of his weapon. So if he is going to use something like Sever, then that's great. We do need him to have a little bit more health. That will come with levels, sure. But he is going to end up getting stealthy anyway. We may as well try... We don't need manpower, really. We could get Luck of the Devil, though. Let me rethink this. How long is it going to take me to get up to Luck of the Devil? And how long would it take me to get him up to the 5th rank in Healthy? Because if I can get them both, whilst just getting that, and then focus purely on Fight, I'll do that instead. This looks like it could work. If we just get like another couple of levels for him, etc., we could bump him up to Pip 6 and Pip 5, and then focus purely on physical stats. And that'll be him, I think. And he'll probably end up getting stealthy regardless if we put points into Hunt and Fight. He'll be fine. I'm sure that it'll work well. Shapiro is all the way up to level 90 with 7 skill points to spend. He's got Mind Speak. How many points would it take us to... Not very many at all. Look at how quickly it's skyrocketing. We could just... Yeah, with one more level we could get him up to Telekinetic. That'd put his blast up to 7,505. If we reset everything... That also put his conversion up a little bit. But the problem is... Shapiro is, he's destined to be a critter as well. So if we were to just... Oh no, that's really, really low. Look how low... Look how... Christ. See, it skyrockets if we do this. I don't know. I don't know how to go about it. I don't know. I want out. I want out. Okay. So. If we were to make the sovereign decision of purely going with Blast, then I think that we could only just, like, get him up to, like, 9,000 and something Blast. We may as well, prepare for, if we even out between, like, Blast and Hunt... No, sorry, Weave and Hunt, then Blast will go up. And we do need his hunt up. That is an important thing. We'll be fine. We've got 9 more levels. It's all good. Blast of 10,000. We'll have to sleep and never awaken. But anyway, that's the Sarah Maya. We've now linked that to the Forgotten Homestead, and we've got all of these maps to clear out. We're now on a timer. We've got to let this thing pass through our stomach so we can get it cut out of us, and then we can, I guess, propose to Nazar with it? Like, this went through my body and then got cut out of me before I shit it out. Or rather, I can't shit it out. It's indigestible. He's gonna look at me and give me the weirdest fucking look in the fucking world, I swear. Let's save it. Let's have a look at the save points, actually. We're gonna have to keep it saved in the second slot for now, I think. I'll rearrange this later. I'll put the old military facility save down here somewhere so I can get all of the extra scenes of people joking about Kardak and Nazar. But for now, that'll have to do. Thanks very much for watching, guys. It's been a pleasure to go through that torture. And it'll be a pleasure for my character to go through even more torment as the episodes progress. So thanks very much, take care of yourselves, and have a great day. Bye-bye.